Hey, let me see. Maybe I can flip the camera around. I think I can do that. Yeah, there's the better quality camera. Let's see if I'll flip it this way. See if I can see. I think I get this all straightened out ahead of time. I know it's a little crooked. Ooh, don't want to knock that over. Hey, there it is. It's still, the universe is kind of crooked. There we go. And move it over a little bit this way. How's that? Maybe just a little more, as it interferes with my balsamic vinegar. There we go. Okay. Hey, everybody. Well, this is, oh, there we go. This is another Going Alone live, so to speak. So I started doing this in an effort to connect, basically. I wrote my book, Going Alone, which is the last thing I need to do. What I mean by that is, it's literally is the last thing I need to do in life, was completing this. It was the piece of work that I needed to do to basically put a period on my efforts. You want to come up here? Come here. You're not going to want to stay up here very long. It's the little dog. We just got back from a walk, and he's a little bit anxious. Oh, you try to jump up here? Okay, come on. Let's watch out for the cable. There we go. So, writing that book really kind of completed a lot of things, because I got the story out, the story that I've been working all my life to tell. And in part of that came out, there's the story of going alone, which is going into very wild places and discovering what I call the Great Indifference, which is basically a universe devoid of caring. It's a universe of empty out there. It's that thing we sense is all around us. That depth behind the quiet that we hear when we're alone. That emptiness that we suspect beyond death. The seeming injustice of the universe and of nature. All these things that kind of want to shake our heads and say, no, it can't be. I've got to just distract myself with, living my life and buying stuff and petting my dog or whatever the case may be. But all the while, it's back there haunting us. And Going Alone is my story of facing that down alone in a landscape of its own terms, which is, nature, away from all of this. But a part of what came out of that story, that telling of that story, that I didn't really expect, I didn't know it was out there, was the chapter in the book called The Good Life. It's near the back. Initially it was kind of in the middle, and then I moved it to the back. It's this chapter here. Just past the heading, right there. The Good Life includes, in the process of writing the book, I challenged myself to develop my own platform of ethics and values, of my own system of morality, so to speak. I know it seems like a kind of a highfalutin thing to do, but I don't have one. Because, being a non-believer, I can't rely on any gods to tell me what's good from bad, and not having found any secular moral system to align myself to, I was kind of stuck with doing it myself. So I spent a good deal of time developing the good life principles and objectives. And that's what's laid out in that particular chapter here. And it's been about 3 years now, 3 years of developing and refining them and living them, and it's made quite a difference in my life. I could definitely say that I'm in the sweet late summer of life, when the burning energy of midsummer has passed, and it's those still long days, but still there's something in the twilight that hints of an autumn to come. Yet still it's not Indian summer. This is before that, before autumn or even winter yet has really made any attempt at pressing its case. That's what this period of my life feels like. I'm almost 55. It really feels like and it's not because it's a decline yet, but it's that sense of peaceful satisfaction that, midway through a late summer day, when the sun is a little bit warm and maybe the skin covered with a bit of brine from the sea, some salt in the hair, or just the satisfaction of a well-lived day. And I wanted to share that more. I do send my book to people. I do leave it out. I do that kind of stuff. But I want to share that a little more. What I thought I would do is make use of this little vessel, this little vehicle I have here, of my YouTube channel. You trying to say hi, Ollie? Say hi. Make advantage of this to do this. And once in a while, when I'm alone at home, when there's no one around, just to turn the camera on. You want to see Ollie a little more? There we go. Now we can see Ollie boy. Turn the camera on, share a little bit. So I wanted to tell you about, just kind of off the top of my head, some of the challenges that I faced today and how I handled them using these principles. In particular, at work was a pretty challenging day because I had a late start. I had a doctor's appointment in the morning, which got me in late, and I'm very busy right now. I work as a project manager, and I have 5 projects right now. So it's like juggling a lot of balls, a lot of plates in the air. And in particular, I was anxious because I didn't think I was going to get some of the important tasks I needed to get done before lunch. And it was worrying on my mind. And instead of just letting it carry on in my mind, I used my temperance to control my thinking. Temperance is the controlled consumption of anything. It could be food or drink or, could be anything, sex or work or play or whatever you want to do. And this time I restricted my mind to just enough time to itemize the things that I had to do before noon. And then give myself figure out a time by which I could get back and to work and have enough time to get those things done. And then to tell myself that if I couldn't get back, if the doctor's appointment take longer, then I would have to let that go. And that particular goal couldn't be reached before noon. I would have to reach it after that time or do a little overtime. But if I could make it back before that time, then I would sequester myself away, take my computer off to a spare conference room, and I'll sit down in privacy and work to get it done. So I use temperance, which is the number 11 principle in the book. I use temperance to control my thoughts, to control my dwelling, my concepts, like picking it as a scab. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to get it done. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to get it done. I said, no, just a little bit of time, just a little bit of patience and a plan. So that worked out pretty good. Things like that really, over time, they start to make a difference. Over time, they become more automatic than anything else. And it's another one I'm not so sure I want to talk about. Think about it. I will. So, at work we let somebody go today. And I played a role in that. I'm a worker bee. I don't have much responsibility, but I did play a role. I did play a role in that. But my role was minor, and it bothered me a lot. It was the right thing to do, but it did bother me a lot. It still bothers me a lot. So I used objective number 6, which is the recognition of true limits. What is within and what is not within my control. And I realized that this decision was far outside of my control. I was simply a someone to give some input. The decision was made elsewhere. And even though it was the right decision, that decision was not mine. It did ease the strain a little bit. It did ease the guilt a little bit, but not wholly. Much better than laying all that guilt and all that responsibility on my shoulders, which is an easy thing to do. Easy thing to just go on like that. Those are two things that I did today. Another one that I did was, as I was riding to work, I asked myself if I was ready to die. Do I have my affairs, my estate, my relationships, my work, my art in good sound order so that I could go? Most important of that, of course, is my connections with my wife and my daughter. Is there anything left unsaid? Any I love yous unsaid? Any nice words that I need to say, or any difficult words that we need to have that need to be taken care of in the event that today is the last day for any of us? And I decided, I was in pretty good shape with that one too. So, and that's pretty much the case every day, because I work hard at it to make sure that today is a good day. It's an old cliche, being a good day to die. It's kind of an old cliche, but when you really do live that way, when you wake up every day and ask yourself if it's a good day, can I go today? Can I pass easily without looking back, without a backward glance? And the answer is yes. It's interesting how things move on. Another thing that I did today was I remembered principle number 6, the atomic principle, remembering that everything is basically bits and pieces, flowing and changing and forever transforming, atoms and molecules and the like. And this thing that I am, that you are, that all this stuff around me, all the problems and consequences that go on at the office and on the freeway and at home and whatever the case may be, it's all just sandcastles for the most part that are here that have kind of a shape. Think about Notre Dame today, right? Notre Dame burning. Interesting. Sandcastle that too. And all the importance that we attribute to it is really a little more than our own attribution, right? The universe really doesn't really give a damn for any of that. It's probably enough to talk about right now. My little dog. He looks so tired, doesn't he? Let's see, some comments. Bill Gorman. I went alone into the forest and found remnants. Did this thing stop? Oh. Interesting. The camera. Oh, I know why the camera froze, because I forgot to plug it in. The phone's about to go dead. See, I haven't quite figured all this out. There we go. I'll plug it in. It'll be okay. Let's see. Yeah, it should be okay now, I hope. Anyway, sorry about that. Kind of waxing. My feelings of waxing poetic. Let's see. Bill Gorman says, I went alone into the forest and found remnants of Atlantis, which turned me into an artist. Greatest thing I ever done. Wow, remnants of Atlantis. James, 208, planning to buy a copy soon. Your videos have helped so much through the years for me. Thank you, James. That means a lot to me. I hope you'll come back. Maybe we'll plan to do more of these types of videos, and maybe share with me some of your challenges through the day. Be interesting to do that, and maybe we can talk together here in this little forum here about how to handle such things. And James, you don't have to buy a copy. You can just send me a message, and I'll send you a copy for free. It's softypapa@goingalone.org. Send me an email and I'll send you a copy. Bill Gorman just turned 61. Well, thank you for Bill telling me about the camera freezing. I'm sorry about that. So I better sign off for now, because I'm cooking dinner tonight. So my wife should be on her way. She's on her way home. She should be here probably within 30 minutes. Emily's out doing something with her friends. And so I'm cooking dinner. Tonight we're going to have, excuse me, Ollie. Tonight I'm making this. What is that? That is wild mushroom and artichoke fettuccine. It's a vegan dish. Very, very yummy. I've made it 2 times before, so tonight will be the 3rd. Thanks for joining me, everybody, for a little Going Alone Live for the 15th day of April 2019. I hope you make it a great day, make it a good life, and remember, be safe, but not too safe. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.